lots of purposeful clicking.
Currently looking at contact lenses for all this other side.
Well, hello everybody! I have now started the recording for us all. And welcome to another episode of Blunders and Bothwellians, the Wounded Witch edition. This is the Tuesday Party, episode 23. Enthusiasm all round. Last episode was quite interesting. Sadly, the upload failed and got corrupted. However, we shall recap it for you. At some point, we will endeavour to make a video where the different characters talk about their experiences and things that happened. Essentially, you guys found your way into the black market by talking to a guy named Burge at the tavern called the tavern called the Dusty Bellows, which then led you down into the black market underneath the lily. You did some shopping, you did some stripping, you did some lance buying, and you did some spotting of Sharpin Rott, who invited you all to come behind a big black curtain to look at a luxurious item, top secret, top special for anyone who wants to look at it. And you guys went behind the curtain and you saw Sharpin Rott with a little girl holding onto the back of his dress that he would occasionally tickle under the chin and smile down to in his Sharpin Rott way. Accompanied by 4 guards, you found a big black oozing mass pulsating and spreading across the ceiling, causing a cave-ins and this big cavern to collapse, and it spread outwards and far, and it looks as though it goes quite far underneath Lely, the capital. Sharpin Rott said that if you could collect the magical item that was in the centre of this big black mass, you're welcome to walk away with it. You could pay for it, you could not. If you could get it, and if you could stop this black mass from spreading, that would be marvellous. They haven't told people about it because the king and everyone is very anti-magic, and this only helped with that. You ended up attacking a couple of the guards, 2 of which are now dead. 2 remain. One of them is charmed and on your side. The other one is not. The Theratas changed out of his magnificent drag costume and has run up with his pink sparkly lance, bought for him by Varric, in an attempt to strike down on Sharpin Rott. So, you guys.
Rosie, how much health did that other guard have left after I hit him?
She can't tell us hit point numbers, man.
I won't tell you that.
So we kind of had...
How did he look?
How does he look?
He doesn't look great, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Not too handsome.
Yeah.
Handsome, but not as if he was trying.
He looks like he's not particularly healthy, but he's still standing and able to fight.
So we kind of had a bit of a reaction round then. Do we now need to be in initiative order?
Yes. What I will do is I will get you all to roll initiative for me. The Theratas will do his first attack because that was a sort of out first attack, and then everyone else will go in initiative order. Yeah, essentially.
Just teleporting behind enemies.
You got what? Ooh.
Good thing.
God damn.
Oh shit.
So many 19s.
Alright guys, rock, paper, scissors.
I kick Closure in the knee and run away.
Yep, you win.
As a gnome, that would actually be kind of impressive.
That
And if
would
she
be a
did that, I'd be
drop
straight-
kick.
And if she did that, I'd be screaming, divorce!
So who's going first out of the Kalasia and Apricity?
And redo.
Because she managed to kick him in the shin.
And redo. So who do we decide is going first?
Is it done by your dexterity?
You can
That's
do,
normally
yeah.
your initiative boost.
What, just my dex number?
The little one. Who's got the highest modifier?
I have a +3 in dex.
How the fuck do you get 24?
He has a +5.
Oh yes, no, but
No, I don't mean you add it on. I mean whoever's got the highest number gets to go, and then the next highest goes, and the next highest. That's how we organise whoever's got the same number.
Okay, I got 5.
Reedy, what do you have for dex? This is simple, man. Oh, so true.
And before she gets to kick me in the shin, I kick her in the shin first.
Maybe,
Oh, fucking bastard.
maybe don't turn on each other. There are other things that could be happening.
maybe we wait till after we kill, the big bad monster thing.
I'm gonna make a mental note to get him.
Sound plan.
Okay, Hannah.
Oh jeez.
Hannah, were you doing
Did you really have to
initiative
pick a
or?
Canadian?
Yep.
Do I need to? I'm not fighting.
If you're not fighting, then no, you don't. I'm just making sure before I note everything down for you. Okay.
Wait, so you're absolutely not joining into the fight to save
No, you
Varric's
don't need me.
life?
I only join if you need me.
But isn't in that case more useful to, roll and just hold your action every round?
I guess I can do that. Okay.
That way you don't have to roll it later on, and it's just easier to add for Rosie still. I assume.
What's the plus ones? The plus.
It's your initiative.
Bloody hell! I got
You got a who?
a 19.
Okay. That's cool.
All the 19s.
That's okay.
Ridu, there's one big black ooze monster, and one semi-alive guard, one alive guard, and Sharpin Rott. And then there's the little girl behind Sharpin Rott that we could fight as well if you'd want.
And the unharmed guard is charmed at the minute as well.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
What are we
yeah.
going to do with that girl?
He's on our
However,
side.
currently, first up, we have the Theratas, because he had his first reaction surprise round, and then we'll go into initiative order. So, the Theratas, what would you like to do?
A full round of attacks, so that way to attack.
Okay. And this is with your big pink sparkly lance, don't forget.
Yep. So the first one got, what's my modifier?
So you're like partially. Are you partially nude right now? Because you only got part out of your.
He does not wear armor.
He's probably currently only in his underwear right now.
Whoa!
Wendy!
I was gonna say, didn't we find out you were wearing the kinky pants?
Possibly.
Redo is excited.
Please let that be a cantrip message into Verti's head. Like actually meow into his head.
So that makes 90 per second.
Does he get disadvantage at defense or something because he's staring at Verti's bones?
Oh shit, Verdi.
Ooh. Okay.
None of them were a natural crit though.
Fucking hell.
That's fine.
That's mid-attack as well.
First,
He's actually poking Sharpin with his lance. He hears nice underwear. You know what? I'm a look up if tieflings can blush.
Of course they can.
What? Their cheeks turn even redder?
Yeah, exactly.
Now I need.
Why the fuck is this called Oni Spawn tiefling? You were distracted by dancing in your underwear.
That one.
Yes, they both hit.
Awesome. Sorry, I was digging through for the D12s.
That's okay. I thought I'd give you a second.
Oh, come on. Alright, at least one of those was good. Also, I'll be using Divine Smite on both those attacks.
Ooh, okay.
Now I've got to dig through the D8s. Alright, so that is... math is what it is.
It's math. You roll the math. Also, Madlis says she loves us, or that he loves us. Madlis Underground said, "Hello Tuesday, love you guys."
Aw, we love you too.
Who is that?
Random person.
It's one of our loyal viewers.
Aww.
Madlis has been here since like before we banished Rido into the realm of the
Here we
unknown or
go.
something.
So that would be 32 HP damage.
32.
Yep.
Alright. Okay, and were you doing any... Where would you like to strike him with your big pink shiny
not the
lance?
Rido, sorry, it's one.
I don't know who you're talking about.
He'll
Impale him.
probably, be doing his level best to like impale him and try and lift him off the ground.
Okay.
Shoulder. And then the second one, go for the balls. Just make it a shish kebab.
Alrighty. Okay.
And there goes 2 spell slots.
Was the 32 damage including the Divine Smite?
That was including the Divine Smite.
Awesome. Okay, cool. And once you've done that, would you like to stand panting in front of him, wielding your big pink shiny thing, or do you want to take a step backwards?
Well, he'll be out of range because he'll be still like the lance away, so he'll just
That's true.
be standing there, pointing a very, very pointy end at it.
That's true.
In his
Oh.
face, if he's still standing.
I'll also... Oh, no. He didn't let the little girl move out the way. She tried to step out the way as you were hitting him, but he sort of pulled her in a little bit closer.
Yeah, I'm not the only one hurting children anymore.
It's okay, she's not hurt yet. It's fine. Okay, so next up we have got the Uncharmed Guard, and he is going to miss entirely. He is so shocked by what is going on around him that he isn't even able to make a move. So we skip down the line to Varric.
Is that guard actually distracted by the love tap he got from Colosia?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay, so there's like a few things happening. There's a slightly hurt-looking Sharpin. There's one healthy guard and there's one less healthy guard, right?
There's one less healthy guard, there's one charmed but fairly healthy-looking guard. And there's Sharpin Rott and there's the little girl who is called Gilly, and I will say for the sake of argument that you've heard him refer to her as Gilly as he was like walking you down the corridor, because that's what's written on the map, so you know it anyway.
How do you spell
Can
Gilly,
I-
sorry? Thank you. My wisdom force makes me need to write everything correctly.
That's okay, I encourage note taking. I have 3 notebooks in front of me plus 2 folders. Varric, sorry, what are you doing?
Yes, well, first I used my bonus action to move Hunter's Mark, because that was on the guy that I murdered last session.
Okay. Well, it will have vanished once the mark dies. You can transfer it. Yes.
Yeah, so I get to transfer it for free to, let's say, Sharpin,
Yep.
and then I unleash everything I have on him,
Okay.
which means 2 attacks.
Cool.
Oh, yes. I rolled 2 attack dice. One was a nat 20,
Uh-huh.
so that is 30 to try and hit. And then the other one was a 29 to try and hit, not a natural 20.
Yeah, they'll both hit.
Okay.
He's not
I bet that's
particularly
good.
well armored, this guy. He doesn't appear to be very well armored. He appears to be wearing sort of noble robes and things. You don't know what he's got underneath, but currently he doesn't seem to be wearing armor. But yes, roll me your damage then, Derek. You're shooting at him, yes?
Yes, with my 2 arrows. This might take a while because I need to,
Do maths. That's fine. Everybody else
do
take
a
this.
lot of maths.
Everyone else take this moment to think about what you would like to do next. The next person up is, Sharpin Rott himself. After that, we've got Calosia and Apricity up, so be thinking about what you want to be doing.
Okay, so I add a D. Wait, does that add a D6 or a D8? Oof, that's another D8. Then a D6 for that. Okay. First attack. Ooh, that's fun. Jesus, maths are being difficult. Give me a second.
That's okay.
So he came to say hello.
Hello, cat! Aw, he said hello back.
Double is times 2, and then plus my dex, plus proficiency. Okay, my first attack deals 55 points of damage.
Okie doke. And this is on Sharpin, yes?
Yes, with the first attack. So I get my second attack still, which hit as well. But that one is not the critical, so that helps.
Okay.
He's still alive then?
Yes, yes he is.
Okay. Okay, the second one is 31 hit points.
Cool.
Oh no, wait, I added that wrong. That's slightly lower than 31, it's 29.
Okay. Alright, not a problem. He is taking the hits, and there's blood and things, and he is looking sort of shocked and surprised in the few seconds where all this has happened. But he hasn't gone down yet. Giggly, yes, I know. And your 2 arrows
would
are
be
now...
even more angry if he did that with the girl.
This is true. He does actually, now that it is his turn, he now has pulled her round in front of him, and she's sort of like struggling a bit. And in his turn, he's going to. Yeah, he wins.
Actually,
Yeah.
I had Jedrid on my arrows.
Oh, you did, didn't you?
Yes.
Okay, in which case I will do his save. Oh, he saved against that, so it's not affecting him too much, but it is going to affect him slowly. I'll
Isn't
note
it
that.
2 rolls? Because 2 arrows?
2 arrows. Oh, yep. Hang on. Oh! The first one was a just, the second one was a 19.
Ah, damn it.
But I will put Sharpin Rott. He has got it in him because it will affect over time. It will affect. Alright. So yeah, on Sharpin Rott's turn, he is pulling the little girl Gilly, as you heard him definitely. You heard him say to her. He's pulled her in front of him and is wrestling one of the arrows out, and with the other arm is like holding her pinned very closely to his side. Sort of he's holding her sort of around the top of her shoulders and around the neck, and she's sort of like struggling against him, but he won out on that strength battle. So Calosia, you are up next. Hang on one sec. Alright, I've sent you a message, but other than that, Calosia, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm just going to use my lightning blade and just attack 3 times on that guard that's right next to me.
Okay, the one that's next to you, do you want to go across to your right and hit the one that's been charmed, or do you want to go across to your left and hit the one that's attacking you all?
If I manage to kill one of them, I'm going to use my last hit for the charmed guard.
Okay.
Alright.
Oh, actually, can Hannibal try and use command on the dude holding the girl?
She can do. You'll have to wait till the next round of combat though, because
Yes, it's still my turn.
that's okay. You can be watching and ready to do it though. That's fine. Kalasia. Oh, you've already done it. Okay. First. Okay. Yeah. Can you roll me a Dex check, please, as well? Ooh. Huh? Ooh, not so good. Okay. You make very careful aim. However, the guard doesn't manage to duck out the way. Sorry, I was just thinking of that. Alright, so which one are we going for first? The one that's not charmed, yes?
Yeah, I'm going to try to have the first 2 hits, smack him down. If not, I'll use the 3rd hit.
Alright, cool. No, that's fine. Yep, they will all hit him. And is that your damage underneath? Cool.
Is he dead, or...?
Oh yeah, the first guy is dead. I was just adding up the damage and I was getting to below 0 and I was like, yeah, you know what, he's dead.
Stop the maths. He's fucking dead.
Exactly.
Okay,
no need to do more maths at this point, no.
Can I do my last hit on the last guy, or does that all do with the one guy?
Well, it would all have to be on the one guy because you'd have to make a move to dash all the way across to the other side to get the second one. If you want, you can use your action to start running across, so that way you can attack the second one straight away. Although he is charmed, so he's less of a threat. He's on your side at the moment.
Okay, well, after my attacks, then, because I just use the rest of my movement just to kind of make my way to him.
Yeah? Yeah, that's cool. Alright, cool. Kalesia's gone, so Apricity, if you have returned, it is your go. Hello!
Oh, did I put back? Sorry.
No, that's fine. I just wanted to double check I hadn't missed it, because I was doing some maths.
Apologise. Can I ask how my turn would go? So I want to talk to the guy that I've charmed.
Uh-huh.
Would that count, and like get him to do something? Would that count as like a full action, or?
It can do. You can use that as your action. It would definitely count as an action to get him to do the thing. Like it was sort of if you wanted, you could do it as an action on your behalf, kind of thing.
Okay.
But then you could still move as well if you wanted to, and do a bonus action if you have one.
Okay, cool. Well, I'll tell you, and then you can tell me.
Okay.
I would like to turn to the guard that I've charmed and say, "Hey, buddy, it's nice to see you. Do you mind going and getting that shard for me, please?"
Alright, he's going to respond, and he's going to look a bit confused. What? The what?
Can you see the shiny thing inside that big, scary black thing? Do you think you could, like, wander over there and get it out for us?
Oh! Sure! Yeah! And he is going to start walking off. He gets to the edge of the black ooziness, and he is going to... Cool. He sort of jumps across some rocks and bits of boulder that have fallen across the floor, and he starts to make his way across the blackness. He hasn't touched it yet, and he is still slowly making his way across the room to try and go off to the black thing in the middle. He has managed to balance so far. Yeah, he's so far managed to keep his balance on the few bits of like rock and grass and tree roots and things that are sticking up out of the ooze so far, and his progress shall continue. Was there anything else you wanted to do while he's making his way over?
Would I be able to make a dash for the girl and try and, grab her or get her away from Rot or something?
You could make a dash and use your bonus action to try and pull her if you wanted. Yeah, sure.
To try and what? Sorry, you cut out at the end.
You could make a dash towards him, and you could use a bonus action to sort of try and pull her if you wanted. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I'd love to try that.
All right, cool. Do me a strength check then, please.
Oh shit. I'm gonna roll with Grog because he is strong.
Good plan.
Oh, 15 with a 0 thingy. That's not bad. So
That's
15
not
total.
bad.
I have no strength.
Well, Rock
No
got
strength.
No strength.
no strength. Rock got an 18 total, so unfortunately you're locked in a sort of grapple between sort of like whereabouts were you trying to pull his arm away, or were you trying to pull on the girl?
I was gonna try and I suppose maybe pull his arm off of her rather than just snatching at the girl because I don't want to hurt her.
Ah, that's very sweet of you. Not everyone would have thought of that. Yes, Rot is still standing, yes. But yeah.
So I'm kind of...
So you're sort of struggling there with his arm in front of Sharpin Rott at the moment. So anyone who's going next, which is Redo, bear in mind that in front of Sharpin Rott you now have a small child and the gnome Apricity. If you care, of course. You don't have to care.
I didn't think about that, sorry guys. Oh, thank you.
Just fucking it up forever, but no, I'm kidding, it's fine.
That's my style.
Redo, what would you like to attempt to do?
It's a spell, but now that you've said that, I will actually try a proper attack.
Okay.
Like to try to attack with my quarterstaff and use inflict wounds.
Cool. Alrighty. Roll me for your attack, and then if successful, you can do inflict wounds as a spell, so you could do that either way.
Oh, I'm not really sure what you said. You want me to roll what?
Roll your attack for your quarterstaff, which would be with your
6.
It would be probably using your dexterity. A horse and carriage just went past Arissa for real.
What?
$18. Okay, cool. Yeah, that will definitely hit. So, do you want to roll the damage for that, which would be 1d6 plus your strength modifier.
Also have the damage for inflict wounds.
Yes, you can roll that one as well, and then if you want to add it all together, and then make it more impressive than a 2. $19 total damage on Sharpin Rott. Very nice. All right. Awesome. I'm also going to roll. I feel like I will use Scanlan for this. Oh, yes. Okay. The little girl, Gilly, she managed to see that you're about to cast a spell, and she sort of ducked her head out of the way. She's quite small anyway, but she managed to duck her head out of the way. Apricity, can you do me a dex check?
Yeah, sure.
Before Redo murders you.
Yeah, exactly. A dex save or just a dex?
Just a check for now.
Cool. I rolled a 12, and I have a +3, so 15 total.
Okay. You. In fact, I'll say you actually saw Redo, and you probably pushed Gilly's head down with yours, just out of the way, and you managed to catch Sharpin Rott Redo, sort of like, yep, necrotic damage noted, straight in sort of like the heart and face. This actually seems to stun him more than everything else did. This seems to hit him harder than even the 2 arrows that are still sticking out of him. He tried in vain to pull one of them out, and he sort of... Yes, Abristi is now headbutting poor little Gilly. It's now the Charmed Guard's turn, so I'm just going to continue his move across. Oh! Within that one. He makes a leap to try and get to climb the big black thing in the middle of the room where the shard is, and as he starts to scramble up it, you start to hear and you hear a sort of faint, far in the distance, sizzling sound, and you see his fingers start to blister, and like black like steam rises off his hands, and the skin starts to melt off his hands as he grips, and he slowly falls backwards. The skin of his hands still stuck on the black thing right underneath where the shard sits, glistening in the middle, and skin, and the only thing left on his hands is bone as he falls backwards, and with a splatter he lands. It's not quite liquid, it's not jelly though, it's sort of like thick mud, and he lands and he lands backwards in the big black ooze, and again this sizzling noise starts, and the black steam issues from his body, and as he slowly sinks under the surface of the blackness, you can still see him. It's like it's all black, but it's still see-through, like you can see to the bottom, and you see him slowly, his flesh starts to disappear away slowly. It will take him a little while to end up looking like the 2 other skeletons that are down there, especially the one with the crown. But he is now disintegrating to death, essentially.
Nice.
So, I'm just going to take him off the list of initiative. And the other guard's dead too. Vetheritas, it's now your turn again. Well, not again, because you had a surprise attack, but it's now your turn properly.
And Sharpin's still up.
Sharpin is still up, yes.
Alright.
Stick it to him.
Yep.
Literally.
Gonna keep attacking. Oh, that was pathetic. So that would be a 12 and an 11 to hit.
Let's have a look, see. Okay, the first one hits, the second one doesn't.
Alright.
Ah, you still get a hit in.
There's a giggity in there somewhere.
Giggity.
Need the D12 again. Alrighty, go. So that will be 10 damage on that one.
10 damage. Alrighty. Okay. This is still your big pink sparkly lance, yes?
Yep.
That makes me laugh every time. I'm really sorry.
I'm so glad.
I'm just imagining like the flamey tiefling wearing like no shirt and like the remnants of like the dress hanging off one of his ankles, just poking him like from a distance, just shish kebabbing him from like a distance, like poke, poke, like.
And slapping him across the face.
Yes.
Yes, we do. Yes.
With the tip. Yes, Rudy, you may cast Blind Illusion to make it look like a penis. I will allow you to do that while he is, in fact, poking him with it. And it,
Will it remain pink and sparkly, or does it turn fleshy and smelly?
The Theratas...
Oh, God, why did you go smelly? Oh.
The Theratas, could you please roll me an intelligence check?
That's for an intelligence check.
Oh, flesh sticking. Dreadful and excellent.
You should name your weapon that. Like, have it be an artifact in a
The flesh stick.
I'm actually quite happy with that roll. That's
Yay!
-2.
Okay, well done. The Veritas, as you pull it back from inside Sharpin Rott, you notice that on the bloodied end of this lance you've been using, it's now a very long, pink, veiny penis. Like proper like foreskin drawn back, ready to go. And for a second, you nearly drop it, but then you sort of you think to yourself and you go, "Hang on a minute, I'm sure they joked about doing this. We do." And for the first intelligent moment in your life, you think, "No, this is a spell. This is it's fine. It's all fine."
The spell.
So, next up we have Arissa, who is going to flirt with the black stuff, correct? No, it's fine. You can do whatever you like.
I don't think we're going to touch it, considering what just happened. I think I'll look at the guy who's just been dissolved, go, fuck that noise. And then look around, and I'm gonna make a break for the child.
Okay.
I'm basically gonna try and succeed at what Apricity failed at.
Hey, I pulled her away.
Sort of.
Well,
Which is on the floor.
Arissa, you can make this check with advantage because technically Apricity is still hanging on his arm as well. So you can do it with advantage because you'll have the gnome pulling a bit as well.
Okay, strength check.
Yes.
Sorry, Rosie. I thought we both let go and ducked on the floor because of Regan's spell.
You ducked, but like he's still holding it. You just sort of you ducked like below his like ribs, kind of thing. But he's still holding on.
Okay, sorry.
That's okay.
Okay, so strength check, yeah?
Yes, please.
Okay, so. Okay, we'll go for the first one. 13 total.
Okay.
Who's left alive, by the way?
Both guards are dead. So far it's Sharpin Rott and Gillian, the big black ooze thing. I'm calling it an ooze. It's not actually a black ooze, or a grey ooze, or a green ooze, or a brown ooze. I'm just calling it an ooze for the sake of it. I have replied, Vadok. Yeah, Arissa, you managed to sort of pull his arm back. So you can start to pull her away. You get Gilly out. Apricity, do you want to go with them? Or...
Yes.
Yes.
If I can, yeah, please.
Yeah, you can do. She can sort of pull... If she pulls his arm out the way, then you and Gilly can sort of duck underneath and stuff.
Awesome.
Cool. Alright, Arissa, did you want to do anything else after you've pulled his arm away?
Can I kick him in the balls?
You may! Roll me another strength attack. just a D20 with your strength.
13 again.
Lucky 13.
You lucky 13! I'm a very consistent bard, don't you know? Okay. I'm gonna say you can aim and throw the kick. You only catch one of the testicles, but do me a D4 of damage to the testicle.
Ow!
2 damage.
Hey, that's not too bad.
I've no idea why. Just imagine a D4 get inflicted a pair of bollocks.
That would hurt though. The D4s are pointy.
Exactly.
Every man who ever listened to this is like, ooh. Okay, so that was Arissa's turn. Okay, so now, actually, let me just check this for a second. I'm going to use Pike. Ooh, okay. The Veritas, did you take your shield with you, or is it still on the other side of the room?
It's with me, but it will be on my back since I need 2 hands to use the lance.
Okay, cool. So you will feel a strong heat from your back. As Narvigne is going to rise up over your back, having been peeping out over your shoulder the whole time, having a look at what's going on. And she is going to wrap herself down and around the lance. And she is going to sort of almost set the pink penisy lance ablaze. She doesn't appear to have noticed that it looks like a penis, or maybe she just doesn't care. So the next time you attack the Theratas, you can do it, and you can... Huh?
Are you saying that when he attacks him, he's going to get chlamydia?
No, I'm saying when he attacks him, he can add an extra D8 of flamey damage.
Very good. Yeah.
Anyway, and now it's going to be this person's turn. Okay, cool. Arissa and Apricity, Gilly, the little girl who was nearby, who was with you two, not nearby you, she was with you, you'd sort of helped her fall into the side of the room. She gets up and quick as a flash, she sprints, faster than you were expecting a girl her age to sprint actually, and she runs up, and she, sort of with a ha! runs, and she does an unarmed strike against Sharpin Rott, and she hits, and she is going to kick him. Ooh, success. She's not going with the balls, sadly. She's going for she's actually going for the throat, and given that she's child size and small, she gets a big leap like you wouldn't believe, and she gets him and she catches him bang in the throat with the flat of her foot, and she almost hovers in the air for a second, and she catches him for an amount of damage that I shall now write down, which isn't loads, but still, well, it was, you'll find that out later. Anyway, the flesh sticks should do necro damage. Chuck Norris, child. Oh, they weren't part of the same sentence, I see.
If they were, then ew.
She lands back on the floor with a surprising grace for her age, actually. She lands and sort of has both her hands up, sort of looking like she's ready, and she takes a step backwards as well. And then we're back round to the top, and that guard is dead, so we're on to Varric. Who I believe is not here. We will jump, in which case down. It's Narvigne and our next attack. Very good. Feel how soft my hands are. Slap! Feel the softness, bit. I like it. What I will do is I will jump to Sharpin Rott and I'll give him like a reaction having all this happen, and then Varric can do his go. Sharpin, I'm not going to use one of my nice critical roll dice for Sharpin Rott. He can have my ugly dice. I don't have an ugly dice. Oh, this is so not fair. I'll use you. Okay. Oh, okay. He is going to retaliate against Gilly, the kid, and he pulls out a little dagger from his side belt pouch thing, and he makes a swipe at her. He just catches her across the cheek. She manages to sort of duck her head to the side, but he does manage to catch her across the cheek and do a couple of points of damage to her there. Okay, we still haven't got Varric, so I will jump down to Kalosia. You're the next person up.
Okay. I'm going to do something interesting.
Uh-oh.
Of course you are, darling.
That's never good words. Jeez.
Okay. First, I am going to Dimension Door. As I'm guessing, I've just seen this attack and the knife still in his hand.
The dagger's still in his hand, yes.
Could I focus on my disintegrate just to slice his hand completely and cleanly off and then grapple him? like full on behind him, like full melting him.
Sure, you can do. Roll me an attack to do his hand first, and then I'll need you to do something else before the second bit, okay?
Okay. 19 for the strike.
Okay, yeah, that will hit. So, what exactly are you doing to his hand and what with?
I'm pretty much just coming up from underneath his hand and then swiping my sword up and just taking basically from the wrist down off, just like basically disarming the knife out of his hand.
Okay. Okay.
Then gonna try and grab both his arms and then crank it behind him. So basically,
So are you gonna?
how tall is he?
Are you gonna reappear behind him to do that?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. In which case, I need you to make a dexterity check. In fact, a dexterity save.
Oh, dex save. That's even better. 27.
Okay, you're fine because he is quite near to the edge of the black sort of oozing stuff. So you managed to not step in it for now. But yeah, so you appear behind him, and what were you going to do? You wanted to pin his arms.
I wonder, like how tall is he compared to me?
He is about 5'6". He's not tiny. He's sort of average human height.
Okay, so can I kind of lean down, put both my arms around his back, and then basically his arms are basically like locked behind his back, and lift him up off the ground so he's like immobile.
Sure, do me a strength check. Yeah, you can lift him up, that's fine. So he is now considered essentially prone, so he's like with his hands back away from him and things. Ready for whoever the next person is, which is Apersidu.
Hello there. So I haven't got any weapons drawn at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Would it take like a half action to get my bow out and stuff like that?
Yeah, pretty much. It would take. I mean, it's not a long, massive bow, is it?
No, it's just a short bow.
Just a short bow.
Short.
Yeah, I'll say you can get it out and fire off one as a bonus action.
Just don't hit
so
me. Please don't hit me. Please don't hit me.
I haven't decided yet. So Sharpin Rott is currently prone and grappled, or just prone?
He's currently grappled behind, like his arms are pinned to his side. He's lost one hand, Varric. He got kicked by Gilly and he went to dagger her, but he caught her across the face. So Kaloja, on his go, has cut his hand off and pinned his hands behind his back and is now stood behind Sharpin Rott, pinning him there. So Apricity.
Yeah, like the idea for what I was doing was like when I grab him like that, I lift him up so I'm standing up straight, so his little feet are dangling off the floor.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. So Apricity, you can make this attack with advantage because he is essentially grappled and being held in place.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to shoot with an arrow because I'd quite like to keep him questioning or at least torturing.
This is true.
How far from where I'm standing right now? How far is the shard away from me, roughly?
Roughly, I would say. Let me get my map back again, and I'll do some quick guesstimations. You moved slightly off to the side, didn't you? Because you moved with.
Kid.
Yeah, that's fine. It's not too far away. It's about 70 feet away from you, sort of in the middle of this big chamber.
Cool. And where is Vetheritas right now? Sorry.
Vetheritas would be sort of off to the left of you.
So, okay, cool. I would like to run towards. I'm going to leave Arissa with the kid. I'd like to run towards Vetheritas and shout Arthos.
Ooh! Alrighty. Vetheritas, do you still have the carpet strapped to you, or is that in your pile of things you changed out of?
It will be strapped to the outside of my bag, so...
So is that still on you?
you.
Yeah, that's still on me. I didn't put any of it down.
In which case, Apricity shouting, Arthos! The carpet, proper Aladdin style, like tweaks its head up out the back and sort of with a sort of a rustling. It coiled up still, shoots up into the air, unfurls itself, and like flies down in front of you. You're running at the same time, yeah?
Yes, please.
Okay, in which case can you make me an acrobatics check to jump onto it? Because it's going to sort of fly towards you as you run towards it.
Okay. Oh, crap, that was a rubbish roll. Oh, +5. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Yeah, okay, I'll give you that. It's not quite as slick as you were imagining. And
I stumbled slightly.
Well, when you land, it's not obviously a solid landing, so it's a bit like landing on a trampoline. You land, the fabric sort of bends under your feet. Whoa! You have a moment, and you do fall backwards, but the carpet will reach up into a sort of seat shape and catch you. So you're now sort of like sitting back on it, cross-legged, as it is starting to fly off. I'll let you say where would you like to make it head towards, and then we'll give Varric his turn.
Thank you. I would like to kind of start to go towards the black thing, but I'd like to keep a safe distance. Whatever that would be considered. Basically, I want to see if the black thing's going to slash it. Like,
Yeah, I'm currently the closest one to it, I believe.
pardon? Say that again. I can hear you.
Oh, I'm saying I'm currently the closest one to it.
What, to the black goo?
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay,
she's gone
so
round.
I'm-
Ignoring the fight.
So I'm
Yeah,
on the
she's gone on the other
carpet
side to have a look.
flying. Yeah, so I'm on the carpet flying, so I want to end up so that I am at what is considered a safe.
Yes, that's fine. Well, you can fly
For now.
so that you're above it, so it's not going to hurt you.
Yeah.
And when you get up to the big black mass, is that what you're aiming towards, the bit where the shard is in the middle?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
want to do a spell, but I don't know if I'd be able to do it in this go as
Yeah.
well after getting the carpet out.
The spell you can do in your next go, but you can get you can get within about 20 feet of it, so you can carry on moving for your
Awesome.
next go.
Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you.
That's all right.
Let's
Okay.
have a go.
Yes, your turn is coming after Varric because I skipped him because he wasn't back. But
Nope.
you're next in the lineup after him now. It would have been after Apricity. So Varric, what would you like to do?
I am debating something. Can I ask Kiki a quick question?
Mm-hmm.
Can someone catch me up on what's happening with the girl? Is she free?
I've got her.
Okay. Just check.
Yeah, after Chuck Norrising the fuck out of Sharpin Rott.
I know, I fucking love it.
Ursula kind of like probably took a back, just like, dude, what?
Seeing as okay. Okay, yeah. I'll remember what I did to the demon-in-law.
Yes.
I feel like Rod needs a little surgery.
Dear.
I knock him in the face with a bear trap.
All right. Can you?
What?
He said rot, not Rob. Rot.
Oh, okay.
So what I do is I take a bear trap and I punch him in the face with that bear trap.
Alright.
Oh shit.
Roll me a strength check to punch. Are you holding the bear trap open and snapping it shut on his face, or are you throwing it at him?
It's one of those with a iron bar behind it.
Yeah.
I'm holding it
I
by that.
have had.
Okay. In which
I'm holding
case,
it by that and punching him.
do a strength check, please.
Strength.
Yes, please.
Uh-oh. Okay, that's 13. Yeah, basically that.
Nice. Okay, that will only just hit, so you can. It will clamp shut, but only sort of around like one piece of his cheek and his lower jaw, sort of like.
Oh, In that case, could I jump towards him to give myself more momentum?
Sure. Do a dexterity check for that, please.
Uh-oh.
Could I brace while seeing Varric running at this guy with that in his hand, but I don't go in the ooze?
Yeah, sure. You roll me a strength check as well. Oh, Varric nat 1. Okay. Yeah. So Kaloja, can you roll me a strength check, please?
Sorry, dude.
20, not nat.
Okay, you're fine. So Varric, you start running to give yourself more momentum. The trap, the bear trap, does shut around the bottom half of his face. Do me a d6 for damage on that.
5.
All right, cool. Noted. Okay.
It's not much, but it's like the thought that counts.
However, Varric, you mid-run, your foot gets stuck because the black oozy stuff has been creeping across the floor and you didn't spot it. And you managed to get your foot in it, and it's now it's like being stuck in really thick, treacly mud. And it's starting to disintegrate your boot away, and you can feel it, and it's slowly getting towards your toes. And you can feel your toes are starting to blister and sizzle, and you can see some black sort of steam rising off your foot, and you're now sort of like stuck mid-run. The trap got out of your hand and went on his face, but you're now sort of stuck with your left leg in the ooze.
Uh-oh.
And you are going to take 7 points of essentially acid damage.
Oh shit, and we didn't heal since like quite a while, right? My hit
I don't think we
points...
took it.
No, but my hit
Sounds
points are
fine.
15 points behind max already.
Okay, so Varric, you are stuck there. So Hannibal, bearing in mind you've just seen this as well, so I don't know if that will affect what you're planning to do. The little girl, Gilly, was saved from Sharpin Rott's hands. She went off to the side with Orissa and Apricity. She then ran back and essentially roundhouse kicked Sharpin Rott in the throat and then stepped back while the others have all attacked him. So she is essentially safe and out the way. Varric has now got his foot stuck in this black oozy stuff that's burning away his foot. Apricity is flying off on the carpet to go towards the shard thing. And yeah, what would you like to do?
Okay, taking in consideration what she is, can she do more than one thing, or am I just one thing?
Well, describe the first thing you'd like to do, and I will let you know if you can do a second one in the time you've got.
She would first summon one of her creatures to start healing his foot, for one, and she would pretty much use throw the dude into the black thingy, so he burns alive. She's kind of pissed. She pretty much just grabs him, lifts him in the air, and throws him at it.
You really shouldn't do that when one of our allies is attached to him.
She really doesn't care at the moment, so they better get off fast.
That could get her into a lot of trouble, though.
Yeah, but she's really not thinking very well at the moment. She's kind of pissed, and when she's pissed, she's pissed. So whoever is attached to that person at the moment, they better run away fast.
Okay, so what are you using to push him back into the black oozy stuff?
Outwardly tendrils.
Okay, cool. And okay, so for that one, let me just...
and I'll just post the picture of the creature, which is gonna be sent to Varric.
Yes, do it.
Do I have to roll a strength saving throw for this?
You will do. Just give me a second to decide how I want to put this in order.
What is that? Is it a space deer? Did I accidentally take some of those drugs, or?
It's one of her summons.
Okay, it's pretty cool. What is
Thank
its
you.
name?
Well, she doesn't really have a name for them. She just calls them Scully.
Okay.
Their faces are literally made of bone, and they don't have, the eyes are just blackness with a little light moving in.
Arissa makes a weird squealing noise similar to.
Yes, they do make squealing noises.
Arissa is making the squealy noise.
Arissa is now practically talking their language. Do you want to describe what the creature does to Varric's foot, just while I'm writing in order for what's going to happen with the tendrils?
Well, it appears in a blast of golden dust, and as it starts trotting towards Varric, it leaves a trail of that said golden dust. It starts circling him, and the dust starts surrounding him and starts concentrating around his foot until an explosion of blue light happens, and when it disappears, the black goo around his foot is gone, and his foot is completely healed. The boot is gone though.
Shouldn't that be a roll though to decide how much it heals?
Technically, it's a summon though.
You can roll. Well, because it's Varric, I'll say yes, you can heal that and that's fine. However, the black goo does not disappear.
Okay.
So his foot goes back to full health again, but then almost immediately it starts to disintegrate again. However, the black tendrils they do look a bit like that. They do work now. Usually with the black tendrils, they do acid damage. However, what I'm going to say to you, Hannibal, is because you want to use them to push, which is fine. You can use that. That's fine. Instead of rolling for damage that they deal, what I'm going to say is, can you roll a strength? So roll a d20 and add your strength modifier to make them push them. So instead of just doing the damage, you can use it to push them into the black stuff.
Okay, I got an 18, and my strength is is a 10.
Okay.
So
it's a +0, but the 18 is fine anyway. Basically, what you managed to do now is use the tendrils. They will deal a little bit of damage as well, but they will push back. So, Kalosia, can you please roll me...
just a thing. She used her magic on this, so remember how I told you that when she uses certain magic that everything grows kind of heavy and hard to breathe? I don't know if you should include that or not.
Yeah, you can do.
It's a side effect.
Is it just for you, or is it for everyone else too?
No, not for her, it's for the others around her. It's
Okay.
a bit too powerful.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Sorry guys.
That's okay. Alright, I will deal with the spell first, and then I'll deal with the repercussions afterwards. Bless you!
Bless you.
Kalosia, can you please do me a... Well, Kalosia, would you like to try and push yourself away? So Sharpin Rott gets grabbed by the tendrils and you don't? Or would you like to make a dexterity check and try to get yourself out of the way? Like, would you like to push Sharpin Rott? Would you like to jump out the way? What would you like to do?
I am just going to roll a strength saving throw. And
Okay.
I'm going to use a reaction, which is my Mechlum's ability.
Okay. You roll that for me and type it in and let me know. Varric, these two are not very far away from you because the tendrils are coming at Sharpin Rott and essentially Kalosia too. They're within about less than 5 feet of you because you had to be within arm's reach of Sharpin Rott to get the bear trap on him. Arissa, can you please roll me a charisma save?
Rosie,
Yes.
can I use my reaction for this round?
Sure. I'm gonna see what Kalosia does, and then you can react as well. Yes.
Not 20.
What?
Nat 20. Okay, Arissa, you feel absolutely fine. Ha! Tendrils are weird. Oh my god, there's a cool creature and it's smiling on Varric's foot. Ah!
Yeah, I'm way too distracted by this adorable little creature.
Okay, cool.
Sorry, were we all rolling them and I wasn't paying attention?
That's fine. No. So, Kalosia, you managed to shove out of the way so that the tendrils only grab Sharpin Rott and start to push him backwards into the black stuff. As Kalosia's pushing out the way, Varric, what was it you wanted to do? And you guys, everybody else also, so the Theratas, Apricity and Orissa, you guys notice that the air in the room is a bit like muggy and hot, and it's a bit, it feels very potent and odd. Something you haven't actually sensed in Laylee before. You're sensing quite strong magic, which is almost weighing the air down. It's there for a brief moment, and then it slowly clears. Varric, what was it you wanted to do?
Well, just to clarify why the thing happens, that will happen in a few seconds.
Okay.
Let me sum up what's happening around me. Black tendrils.
Yep.
Attacking someone that is a party member.
Uh-huh.
Or, like, somewhat attacking someone that is a party member.
Sort of.
Yeah, sort of.
Then the air grows heavy and, like, uncomfortable.
Yep.
And to top it off, something happened with the deck of many things and, like, a dreamlike vision thing.
Uh-huh.
And I think you know what I'm going to say next.
Uh-huh.
Varric fuck out and he jumps.
Oh,
away
good
from the
lord.
tendrils. But that would mean I've taken a look at the map ever since like the tendrils appeared.
Okay.
That would mean that Varric jumps past Sharpin Rott.
Okay.
To get away from the tendrils as fast as possible, so into the black ooze.
Okay. So while the tendrils are pushing,
she's gonna snap.
While the tendrils are pushing Sharpin Rott into the black ooze in one direction, Kalosia dives off in the other direction out the way, and Varric dives out the way, or at least tries to. You make a dive to try and dive out the way, but actually you're going to end up landing, because your foot's still stuck in the black stuff, you're going to land, like, face first and with your left arm spread in the black stuff. Your middle and your legs are fine, except for your left foot and now your left arm and your face. So you will take another 8 points of damage to...
Guys?
Oh, no!
Dungeon Master?
I'm coming close to problems now.
But...
What's happened, Varric?
He's kind of dying.
I'm coming close to needing help here.
You're what?
I'm coming close to needing help here.
Varric is not looking great, essentially, to the rest of you guys. The closest to him currently would be Orissa, Apricity, and the Theratas. Everyone else is on the other side. You can still get to him, but not as imminently. Below 1/3.
Yeah, Rosie.
Yeah?
I'm gonna send you a message, okay, Kiki?
Okay, yeah, send it to that one, please. What are you saying, Kalosia?
My save was pretty much just to brace and hold tight and basically just try and not move.
So
I wasn't dodging or running out the way.
Okay, so are you going to get swept up with the tendrils then? Because they were making a grab for, like, to push Sharpin Rott in. So if you braced and didn't move, he'll have been thrown into you, which will mean you'll have been thrown backwards as well.
Oh, he's into me and I rolled a 30 with a nat 20.
Wait,
not to
he's
move.
into you?
Okay.
Yeah, like I've grappled him.
Okay, well, if you wanted to sort of brace against it like a bludgeoning wall, then I could say he sort of like, the tendril sort of bounced him off you, and then, so right now you guys, because it's only been a few seconds, Varric has fallen and is starting to steam in the black goo, and Sharpin Rott's body having been pushed by tendrils is now like sort of somersaulting through the air towards the black goo, ironically getting close to you, Apricity. So currently, the next person on the initiative roll is, because we just did you, so Redo, it's your turn.
Hey, may I try? Yeah, no, that's fine. Rot right now, sorry.
that again? You cut out a little bit.
Asking where Rott is.
Sharpin Rott is currently, he's been flung back, he's been pushed by some magical tendrils, and his body, he's alive. He's now sort of flying through the air. In a few more seconds, he's going to land in the black ooze and start to disintegrate. So if you wanted to keep him alive for questioning or beating up, doing something that would potentially help would...
Can do that. I have Featherfall prepared, so I would like to cast Featherfall on him.
Yeah, absolutely. You may do. Yeah. Ooh, give me a sec. I'm just putting the music back on.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, what? I don't like it when you say that.
Well, I'm trying to figure out how to get out of this situation.
That's okay. Okay, it's within 60 feet. Yeah, he's definitely within 60 feet of you. And it lasts for up to a minute. Yeah. Okay, that's cool. Alright, so essentially, he will then start to very, very slowly fall through the air. He can land on his feet after the spell has taken effect. So, I'm just going to roll for him because he's quite close to the black ooze at the moment. But redo spell, it does work. Okay. He rolled high enough, so what you can do is, redo, you can stop his fall and see he lands slowly enough that he can now land on this tiny spit of like mud and soil that's in the middle of like this collapsed ceiling that's part of the middle of the room, and he can sort of like sway on that on his tiptoes, like arrows in him, some wounds and destroyed and blood here and there, but he's now like swaying on this little rock, like trying not to fall in any of the black stuff. Did you want to do anything else on your turn, Reedy?
No, I think that's my action. Oh no, actually that's a reaction. Never mind then. I will try to thoughts on him, if that's alright.
Try to what, sorry?
Wait, give me 1 second. On.
I think that's a detect thoughts film reader.
Excellent. There you go. Hey, it popped up on my phone much quicker than it popped up on my screen. Never mind. Okay, so you're using detect thoughts on Sharpin Rott? Are you using it on Sharpin Rott, Reedy?
Yes. Can you not hear me?
No, not then. I
come in and out.
You can now.
Oh, don't say sorry.
But yeah, so okay. His intelligence is that's fine. How deep would you like to probe, Reedy?
If it's redo, it's going to be deep.
It's gonna be deep and it's gonna be rough knowing redo.
Nah, as deep as possible. Oh.
So deep that you can see Adele rolling in it.
As deep as possible. Alright, cool. Alright, in which case he has to do the wisdom saving throw, which he fails. So, what are you looking for in his mind? You can look into their emotional state, their reasoning for decisions, something they're worrying about, something they love, something they're thinking about, any information on the ooze. Okay. Alright. Redo. Can you jump into the Bothwell chat for me?
Ooh.
Be right back!
Uh-oh.
Hello. Hello. Can you hear me okay?
You?
Excellent. Excellent. Okay, so you probed quite deep into his thoughts, and he failed spectacularly on his saving throw. So you're looking for information on the ooze thing. So what you find out is that the ooze started to spread and sort of develop and crumble the cave, and this was about 4 or 5 years ago. The king was given a gift by somebody, and actually he would know his name, so I'll give you that as well, actually. Okay, I'll write this in for you as well in chat. That's the name. Okay, they're not going to know what it means, sorry. Someone named Dunic gave the king a gift around 4 or 5 years ago, saying it would bring great power and prosperity to Leyli. The king took several of his trusted advisors with him, and they experimented deep beneath the castle on this item. However, not being very skilled in magic and not quite trusting it, it backfired. And over the last 5 years, it has been mutating into this black ooze of diseased magic that's gone wrong, and it has slowly spread across. And the very last thought you get, because, hang on one sec, I haven't got the page open, is it concentration, or does it last for a certain amount of time?
I think it's concentration for 1 minute.
Take thoughts, yes, up to 1 minute. So for the last few seconds of what you hear in his brain, the last thing that he thinks is that if somebody doesn't stop this thing soon, then the entire city of Leyli is going to collapse. This is what's been causing the earthquakes. This is why the earth tremors and has been rumbling for 5 years. It's spreading out under the city, carving its way through the earth, and eventually it's going to erupt and the city is going to collapse into the earth.
Okay.
Oh, cool. Any questions before we jump back into the normal chat?
I mean, does it... Can I tell whether he has any idea of how we can stop it from expanding?
He has no idea. He is not magical. He has absolutely no clue, and it has only made the king hate magic more.
Can't hear you anymore, but thank you.
That's okay. Basically, he has no idea. He's not very good at magic, and it made the king hate magic even more than he did already.
Yes. All right, then. Thank you.
All right, coming back.
Like a city.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Can, but she won't do it. But she will use it either as a horse, or she can summon the ones that fit in the palm of her hand. Depends.
Cool.
The ones that are healing you are like kind of like deer, but like female deer, not as tall as male deer.
Alright, so Redo has cast her spell and has found out some information very suddenly. After Redo, Vetheritas, we're around to you.
Right, so Sharpin's sort of like standing on a little spit of ground. I'm presuming he's probably more than 10 feet out into the slime?
Yeah, he's less than 20, but probably between 15 and 20.
That is going to annoy Vetheritas no end.
It's out of range of my pink lance. Oh, Vetheritas. I will say, because you would know at this point, if you wanted, you could send Novinye and she could stretch over and make an extension of the lance. Because she's wrapped around it at the moment, so if you wanted, you could sort of poke it and she could, you know, be an extra, 10 feet's worth of fiery lance if you wanted.
That would require a level of intelligence he doesn't have yet.
She'll
we're
say
being
it to you later.
What he will do is he's gonna take one of his javelins, yank it off his shield, and throw that. Actually, can I use my bonus action to tie the rope I've got to the end of the javelin?
Sure.
He's gonna step on that end and throw the other. If he can't get to Rott, he'll drag him back to him.
I like it. Alright.
It's one determined tiefling.
He's a very determined tiefling. Are you coming in? Come on then. Come say hi. Good boy. Alright.
Yes, it's a good determined Anita.
25 to hit.
Alright. And you're trying to basically impale him and then pull him back towards you, yes?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Alright.
Whale hunter sight.
He doesn't even get like any sort of dex save because he is literally balancing on this tiny little spit of not even land. And that definitely hits, yes. So are you trying to impale him through anywhere in particular or just in
Instant
general?
lobotomy. Go for the face, instant lobotomy.
Ouch.
Well, it's up to you guys. You can keep him alive or not. It's entirely up to you. So yeah.
Going for center of mass, so chest.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you can still wallop him through the chest. Can you do me a strength check to pull him back?
Can do.
This is what Vatheritas is good at.
That would be a 21.
Awesome. All right.
Not now.
You pull him back, and he does take a few points of damage from the black ooze because he sort of is sort of trudged through it, and occasionally it starts to eat away at his clothes. So I'll take away that damage. Okay, he's looking quite a lot worse for wear now, but he one of his shoes gets stuck. But as you're pulling, it sort of just leaves his foot and stays stuck in the black ooze, and you manage to make a big sort of tug, and it pulls him, and he sort of flies across the room towards you, and then he's sort of going to land, boom, 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 sort of next to you on the other side of the shoreline of the black ooze, as it were. Did you want to? Well, that was your bonus action and your action. So yeah, so Orissa is up next.
She kicks down the door and makes a massive entrance.
Yay!
Stop copying me!
What happened?
Nothing, she's not there.
Okay.
She's gone.
Also, Rosie, check your phone.
Yes,
Oh,
I've got several people messaging me about all their crazy ideas. I am getting to you.
You have to pull a number next time you message her.
I love that idea.
It's like the D.
And then when it happens, she can just go, number 6 coming right up.
Okay. Alright, well, Orissa. Hello! I was writing down some extra damagey things. So, the situation you find yourself in at the moment, are you ready? Is that Sharpin Rott was balancing on a little piece of rock far out into the black ooze where he was flung by tendrils that were set by Hannah. Kalosia was buffeted but did not fall backwards. However, Varric did. Varric now has a big face full of black ooze and he's stuck in it. Vatheritas threw his lance on a rope and impaled Sharpin Rott, shish kebab style, and pulled him back over across the black ooze, and he has fallen with a thump to the ground beside the angry tiefling. You have Apricity heading off on the carpet towards the shard. You have Varric stuck in the black ooze face first. You have Sharpin Rott on his front. You have an angry tiefling. You've got Hannah and her creature. So yeah, what would you like to do?
I am going to go to Varric and see what I can do to him.
Cool. Alrighty. What's happened is his left foot is stuck in essentially a puddle of this black, gooey, like tar-like substance, and it's slowly like acid burning away his skin. And the same thing is happening to the side of his face and his left arm. You can sort of try and pull his head round, but he seems quite firmly stuck. Like once you're landed in the black stuff, it's stuck on you. Feel free to add screaming sound effects, Varric.
Yeah, that's too feminine for Varric, I think.
No, it's like this. It works.
Wait,
Well, once your ball starts sizzling, I'm pretty sure you'll squeal a high.
Yep.
I'm gonna try and give him a tug, see if I can loosen him at all.
Okay, do me a strength check. Okay. Let me do a. Alright.
But if it starts actually pulling on the rest of his skin, I won't.
Well, whereabouts are we going to pull? Were you going to pull on his foot, on his arm, his face? Where are we going to pull?
Kind of grab him by his non-burning away shoulder and kind of pull that, because that's where the...
Okay, cool. Alright. Varric, you take another... 2 points of damage. As some skin does pull away from the side of your face as you're rolled over. Your left arm is still in it, disintegrating. Your face now is mostly out of it, but like, you know when you eat a pizza and there's like one string of cheese that's still connecting your bite to the rest of the pizza?
Why?
Yeah, there's like a big globule of black attached to his face, and it's like peeling a piece of skin away with it. But you did get a decent chunk of his face out of it, Arissa. Would you like to do anything on your bonus action, Arissa?
Yeah. Would I be able to do some kind of healing?
Yeah, I'll let you do one, yeah.
Okay, I shall do a cure. And I will do it at 3rd level spell slot.
Okay, cool.
So that's 3d8.
Awesome. Alright, roll his healing for him. Oh, that's such a horrible picture. God, you guys share the most horrible crap. I love it. I love it. It's amazing. Yeah, you're becoming Deadpool.
Rosie, you even gave me for full breaking knowledge.
Ooh, speaking of Deadpools.
I did not roll well.
Oh, hun. But you did better than nothing.
There you go.
Yeah, if I'd only done one roll.
Yeah, exactly. It's all good. Varric, you heal 5 hit points. And your face feels a little bit better. I mean, you can, if you want, you can heal him all the 5 hit points to the face. So his face starts to look a little bit better. Like, he's just looking a bit sunburnt now. Oh, God. It's only half his face and an arm. He's not Darth bloody Vader.
Yeah.
God, blimey.
You okay, Ham?
Fucking
Oh, fuck.
Bloody hell. Alright. So, next up is, next up is Novinye. Let me just check something I wrote for her. Ooh, intriguing. Okay. Yes, you can do a Wilhelm scream. Yes. Would you like to do it now?
Well, I would, but Erin just went to bed, so instead I shall just link it again.
it's Darvinier's go, and actually she is going to see this, and she is going to extend herself and come and peer over at Varric's face, and she is going to attempt to burn the final pieces of flesh away from you, Varric. It's going to hurt 4 hit points worth of hurt, but it does mean that the black tendril takes that piece of skin and it goes back into the black mass, so it's now not attached to your face anymore.
So in total, I healed 1 point, and my skin is now 3.
Yeah. Essentially, yes. So
Not happy.
now it is Gilly's turn, and she is going to be. She's actually quite near to you, Vitheritas, so she's quite near to Sharpin Rott. She is going to. You've still got the lance through him, don't you? Because you just sort of use it to pull him.
Javelin.
The javelin, sorry, the javelin.
Yep.
Okay, she is going to jump on top of him, avoiding the javelin. So she's sort of like pinning his shoulders down with both her knees, and she is going to. I think she's going to spend a key point, actually. And she is going to... Okay. Whoever's doing the scream thing in the background is amazing. Alright, cool. If it's someone's phone ringtone, I love you. I do. That was no accident. Alright, she does like a swift blow with one of her hands to the nape of his neck. And bless you!
Thank you.
And she is going to do him another damage. That hits. Awesome. Alright, cool. Back round to the top again. Varric.
First off, I use a bonus action to do that Wilhelm scream again.
Okay.
Wait, give a second.
Yeah, that.
Oh, you can.
I am basically the cat now.
I'm waiting for the scream and I was getting confused with. Yeah.
You know what? I think considering the situation. Considering this situation can't get much worse, I might as well give Madlis's idea a try.
Oh, what? Huh? I haven't got the chat open. What?
Hell.
Twitch.
Good job you were prepping those cards, Rosie.
What?
Have you seen Twitch chat?
I haven't got it open. What? What's going on? DM's confused.
Does Varric remember most of the cards that got brought out weren't that bad?
Basically, we're all gonna die.
Yeah.
The odds are not in our favor right now.
Well, at least I'm on a carpet. I can hopefully get away from anything on the floor. You guys are fucked.
Hey, it's still
So,
Varric.
Varric, what is it you're doing?
I put a
Wait,
card.
what happened? I had to go right back. Well, what happened?
That's okay. Nothing yet. Varric has decided that with his free arm, he's going to reach into his bag and pull a card. Alright, Varric, roll me a d20.
9.
So prepared.
Okay. 9. Okay. Huh. Alright. Let me just scroll through my book and find that one. Because they reshuffled from last time, didn't they?
Yeah.
Okay. It was a 9, wasn't it, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Alright. Varric,
So, am I safe now?
ooh. Varric, can you roll me a strength check?
see if you get the Reaper. I'm gonna be so pissed at you.
Oh, remember, this is the deck that I invented, so it's not even in the book.
Yeah.
So relieved though.
What did you
Wow,
get?
good, one more card too.
19 total.
19. Okay. Everybody notices this. Varick pulls a card from the deck, and for a second it looks as if nothing's happened. And then Varick, can you please roll me a d4?
Oh god.
Oh no, your penis won't burn off yet. It's not reached your penis yet.
Good. That's a very good
Good news, you can still have bastard child.
4. Okay. Cool. Good to know.
Uh-oh.
Alright.
Keep in mind I don't have that much hit points left.
I would just like to point out that this is all to scale, and that will make more sense in a moment. Alright. Varick, you pull a card with your one free hand. You look at it. They're all black. They're black cards with white shapes on them, and this shape appears. It's almost like an M shape with what looks like flecks coming off it. And as soon as you looked at it, then it disintegrates into smoke and goes back into the deck again. You feel it shuffle in your pocket. And redo, Varick has just drawn a card from the deck of many things. Well, it's not the deck of many things. It's the deck I invented. Anyway, so
Deck of Rosie's things.
the deck of things.
Am I playing? Wait. Am I playing with Rosie's things then? If it's
Yes.
the deck of
The
Rosie's
deck of
things?
roses.
So,
Deck out, sorry.
he's just
Pull
taken.
his deck out, yes.
Yes.
Careful how you say that sentence.
Can I snatch it off him to have a quick look at?
You can do afterwards. He's technically already drawn it first, but you can see if you can grab it off him in a minute. But what happens now is that Varick, the black sort of dusty mist that the card disintegrated into when it went back into the deck, now swirls around you, and you feel a pain come from just behind your shoulder blades, sort of like a ripping, tearing of the flesh. And you guys watching see through a sort of like black cloud that's around the Varick lying on the ground. And Orisa, you are sort of pushed backwards a little bit. You sort of skid backwards on your knees away from Varick. Varick, with your strength check, you feel yourself very painfully, I might add. So take another 3 points of damage. Fuck's sake, I'm going to throw that dice in jail.
That's 20% of my current hit points though. So
Well,
don't be too sad.
you feel skin ripped away from your arm, and you feel your foot pulled out of your now disintegrated shoe, and you the pain in your shoulder blades lessens and dulls slightly. You guys all notice that Varick starts to rise up into the air, and he has sprouted dragon-like scaly wings, which are the correct size for you, Varick. But they are essentially like miniature version of dragon wings. They're probably about 7 or 8 feet across, and you've got no idea. In fact, can you make me a dexterity check, please?
Oh, this would have pissed my character off so fucking much.
You think you have it bad? I just lost the bad bass scene. God damn it.
7. Alright. You have no idea how to fly with these things. They are not natural to your body. You are used to running along the ground and, you know, through trees and shit, and you, like, come sliding and sort of, like, tumbling to the ground. You sort of flap. You're starting to get the motion of it, but then you do a roll, and you're going to actually land, ironically. You are actually going to start to rise up in the air, and you feel really cool and everything, but then you sort of watch as he starts to fall, and he tumbles, like an upside-down pigeon. No, you very nearly hit the ceiling, but you actually sort of like somersault and do land, and you're going to take another 7 points of damage this time. God damn it, the floor did more damage than the fucking black thing. Anyway, I'm calm.
Guys, can I just take this moment to point out single digits?
Varric
I
looking.
have taken almost 50 points of damage.
And what happened to his arm and leg?
His face is okay. It's badly burned away, but it is out of the black ooze. The wing strength was able to pull him when he rolled his strength. So his arm, he's lost a load of skin off that arm. Hang on, was that the same arm that you got burnt when you tried to fuck with the Theritas? Or was that your right arm?
That was the right arm.
That was your right. Well, you've now
I
got
have one burned?
like matching on your other arm. You now have only one boot, though. Your left boot has been disintegrated away. But what actually happens, though, is because I rolled 2, and that's you on the map, he is going to land right at your feet, Hannah. He's going to like tumble and take a lot of damage from the ground. He's looking sort of pleased with himself, like, I've got wings! But he does land in front of you, and he's looking a bit buggered up. In fact, he very nearly hits you, but I rolled it and he didn't quite hit you, so you're okay. You didn't get hit.
Can I take the rest of my turn to go sit in the corner and whine in pain and agony?
I'll let you lie at Hannibel's feet in pain and agony.
Deal.
There you go.
I'll take
Is it my turn then?
I'll let you have a reaction to him landing at your feet if you like, yes.
She twitches in anger. That's pretty much her reaction. Her eye twitches.
Cool.
She's kind of trying not to show that she's pissed, but she's kind of like her eye is twitching madly. Like, what the actual fuck? She's not happy, is what I'm saying.
Okay. That's cool. I'll let you have that as a reaction. If you want to do anything like with Varric, you can do that when you next come around to your go. Varric, you took that opportunity to do a card, so Closure, we're up to you now.
Yep. And you know what I'm doing.
I've got a vague idea of what you're doing. I'm trying to message people.
Okay, well, Hannibal, what's your AC? Just to make sure this works.
God damn it. Well, it depends on what you're trying to do to me, since, you know, as Dungeon Master knows, but okay. My armor class, you mean?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
It's a 12.
Okay, my attacks hit you. I dimension door behind you and hit you for 95 points of damage.
Yeah, that's really... Does that do anything to me?
What are you hitting her with?
My lightning blade.
Oh, your lightning one. Okay. Alright. The damage on you is probably halved, so I'd say it's around 40. You feel it go through you, and it feels odd. You're obviously, without giving away too much to everyone else, you're unable to die at this point, because the point of your existence has not been reached yet. You know what I mean, other people don't.
What the fuck?
So what this would do to you is it would knock you down, so you'd essentially be at 1 hit point, so you'd need to heal up a lot. So you'd be sort of essentially taken by surprise. You'd probably drop to your knees, ironically next to Varric, and you'd have taken a hit of damage, but it physically wouldn't be able to drop you below 0 now.
Can she have like an annoyed face instead of a painful face? She's just like staring at her chest with a...
Yes, of course.
That's pretty much what's happening.
And my rest of the action for that was when the sword went through her chest, I aimed it down so she's pinned to the floor with the blade in the ground.
You're not spiteful at all, are you?
She's...
Yeah, he attacked her because she threw him in the goo.
To be fair, yeah. You threw him in the goo!
Yeah, no. Did she throw him into her goo though?
Oh my god.
Oh,
You were trying to throw another guy. You were just there. It's not her fault. You were on the wrong place.
And my blade just accidentally appeared in the wrong place too. I'm sorry.
And she's gonna be annoyed for a while. At you, mostly.
Okay. Yes. So, next up, during all this madness, Apricity, potentially completely oblivious to all the mayhem happening on the shore behind you. You are sailing wonderfully, Aladdin style, a whole new world. I'm off to get the shard we seek, the only one doing the quest right now. And, you sail off.
I'm actually good at letting others deal with that.
It's just fine. It's
I'm
fine.
having the first time right now.
You're all
just like
wonderful.
The quest.
I'm vaguely looking down at you guys going, what the fuck even is going on down there?
So you can get within 10 feet, 5 feet, arm's reach. You can get as close to the shard itself. It's not buried in the mass of black. The big black mass in the middle, which Ridu knows more about. It's like pushed to the edge. It's like pulsating. So it's reachable, but it is sort of like encased in this black goo. It's just not in the middle. It's sort of like encased around it. This is Apricity for the rest of the campaign. Apricity and her boar are just gonna ride around on the carpet with the dire weasel. It's gonna be great.
Oh my god, I've just realised that me and Warmin can be doing like synchronised flying moves.
Yes.
So good. Right, so on the end of my last turn, I said that I would get within 20 feet.
Yes.
I'm going to stay within 20 feet, and I would like to use my mage hand, which is the ledger domain. I never know how to say it. And it's an invisible hand that has a range of 30 feet, and it works like mage hand, but it can be used to steal things.
Okay, cool.
So it says you can stow one object the hand is holding in a container. You can retrieve an object that another person has. Blah 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 blah. And I can try and do it. It says to be undetected with a dex sleight of hand, contested by a wisdom/perception check. I don't know how you want to do it.
Well, the magic thing itself wouldn't be able to make a perception check. So essentially, are you literally going to use it to sort of try and go in and scoop the shard out?
Yes, please. I'm scared of touching it myself, so I'm going to send in my little... Well,
Good.
I don't know how big it is. But
someone pays attention, Varric. What clever idea.
I tried to not touch it.
I know, you tried very hard. Alright, so Apricity, what I'd have you do then is, because that will work and the thing itself isn't going to make a perception check against you, I'll just say, can you make a dexterity check for keeping this spell going, staying on the carpet, and then manoeuvring the hand once it has potentially succeeded?
Okay. Oh god, I'm going to roll directly, I know it. And, 9. 11 total, that's a bit poo.
That's alright.
Damn you, Vex.
God damn it, Vex. You should have been on a bear, it would have scored you better. Well, it's not horrendous because this patch is this patch of the black mass where the shard is only pulsating. It's not shaking and dropping things at the moment. Like the other stuff is ever growing outwards. This is just sort of like doo doo. It's almost like a sort of very slow heartbeat thing. So the big hand reaches in. I approve of vodka. It clutches.
Good lad.
It seems to pass through. It has a moment where the fingertips touch the black mass, and there's a second where it seems like there's going to be an impasse, but then it seems to almost like merge into the black stuff. The fingertips go a little bit grey, and it reaches around the shard, but it does manage to grasp onto it, and with a it pulls it out, and it's now sitting in the palm of this giant hand. Any particular colour you fancied it to be?
Well, it says it's invisible because it's a slightly different thing to being.
Yes. In which case,
magical robe.
In which case, it's a bit like in a video game. You know when you're invisible, but you can still see them because it's a little bit shimmery.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
It's like,
So, yeah, it's now holding onto it. You manage to, hold onto the side of the carpet in a sort of moment of elation, and then you hear a sort of rumbling behind you. Oh, in fact, can everybody make a dexterity saving throw, please?
I take it that given certain
Is it a dexterity, the 21?
You roll a 20 and you add your dex, the little number, yeah.
Rosie,
Yes.
I take it that I roll this dexterity save at disadvantage because of my current situation?
Natural 20 is
yes, because it's the floor. Arissa's like playing the lute and dancing around everything. It's great.
what were we? Sorry, just a dex.
Yes.
Temo, don't you still have some of your advantage rolls from your birthday?
Oh yeah, I have advantage rolls too. Fuck.
Nope, mine
Oh,
are...
double fuck! I rolled a couple of shit ones. Okay, sorry.
If you want, you could use them today, or you can save them and do it for Sunday, whichever you would rather.
I chose to do them Sunday only because it suits that character more.
Cool. Alright.
Because Varric is too bloody powerful.
In which case, you're on your own, Varric.
Well, I can still get lucky, which
That's
I totally forgot about until advantage was
That's
mentioned.
true. Arissa, Kaloja, Redo, Hannibal, Apricity, you guys are all fine. I'll tell you what's happening in a moment. Varric, yeah, to be fair, you are on the ground. What you feel, particularly now that the shards come out, although only Apricity knows this, what the rest of you feel is a similar feeling that you felt before. It's that earthquake feeling again, only this time about 20 times more powerful. The floor rocks, and you see the black ooze like coming out towards you faster now all of a sudden, like a big wave. It doesn't hit any of you, it doesn't get that close, but it's making the ground and the ceiling shake and thunder, and you see it spreading out across the ceiling of the cavern too. It's like looking up at a black starless sky as it stretches ever onwards, and you see bits of rock and soil fall from the ground, and somewhere off in the distance of the cavern you see a tiny patch of light. And it's not very bright because it's quite late in the evening now, but you see what you believe to be some moonlight coming through, and it looks as though it's burst through the soil to the upper surface, far off on the other end of the cavern. Varric, you only just managed to roll out of the way of falling debris collapsing on top of you. And I mean by a whisker.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody else,
Whose turn is it now?
everybody else, you are okay. Alright, next up in the initiative.
Does that include Vitheritus with these three?
Oh, no. Vitheritas, you were higher up than I even had on my screen. Vitheritas, you take 10 points of damage as a big chunk of soil donks you on the top of the head. You would have taken 15, but Narvinye managed to push a big chunk of it away.
He can handle that.
And it's not like he has any brain cells to spare though, so that's an issue maybe.
He doesn't need a helmet, he's got horns.
We had done Apricity, so we're jumping to Redo, which is convenient because I can now tell you, rather than typing to you, what had happened. Redo, I'm just going to tell you what happens, and if you want, you can explain to everyone else why it happened. Is that okay?
Okay.
Okay. Can Varric, Vitheritas, Kaloja, and Arissa please make me a perception check? But only Varric, Vitheritas, Arissa, and Kaloja.
I would, but
Actually,
I'm trying to find my dice again.
Varric, you would have missed that because you're distracted by the ceiling.
I actually found my dice again. I rolled a nat 20, so I'm sad that I didn't get it.
Oh no.
Okay, well, the rest of you notice this. Ahem! Atop Redo's glorious head of hair, a large, tall, silver and gold, jewel and diamond encrusted crown appears. you can feel something. It's not particularly heavy, but it looks magnificent. It's got rubies in it and emeralds, and it's got gold trim around the outside and like white fur like the queen has, and it's got spikes and gems. Nothing purple, thankfully. It's all sort of rubies and emeralds. And Redo, you get a +3 to your charisma.
Ooh. What? She's got a shiny crown?
The thing happened. I think I figured it out. Yes, I am quite sure I know what happened.
So, Redo, you feel something, you can lift your hands up to sort of investigate, and you notice that there is a crown atop your head now. You feel a lot more charismatic and awesome. You're not sure why, but you just do. What would you like to do?
I would like to approach Verti.
Vitheritas, you are struck by how magnificent she looks.
And I would like to...
Nice. Amazing. Someone take a photo of that.
These are very simple needs.
I bet you did.
So, Verti, what do you think we should do tonight once we sort all this road business out?
Well, once it's all sorted, I believe a party would be in order.
Oh, sexy party.
I like that idea.
Private party.
Barry, did you not hear that?
Arissa starts planning the party.
If I manage to survive this, I would like to attend the party as well.
Just wait until it reaches me.
We'll take your corpse if you don't survive. Don't worry, hon.
Deal.
I'll carry you on my parapet.
So
And then
Redo.
how many goes until it reaches me?
1, 2, 3, 4. 4.
Okay. Still, so many people have played. Okay.
Redo. What? Is that your turn? Is that what you're doing? You're gonna charisma towards Vitheritas?
Oh, no, I didn't hear that.
I didn't say that, but I didn't.
She only messaged it with the cantrip.
Do we have like rooms sorted out for tonight?
Yes.
Oh yeah, we've got rooms for a couple of nights in the dusty ball bags or whatever it's called.
It's the Dusty
Dusty bellows.
Bellend.
Dusty Bell.
Oh, that made me feel a bit sick.
Just whispered to Verti. Well, you know where my room is after for a special after party.
Ridu, we have one shared room though.
Oh, that's fine. I don't mind
Guys.
So he
watching.
definitely knows where it is then.
Yeah,
He told me
just
that because he still knows where my room is.
You'll be a little confused like you.
Alright.
Same.
Vitheritas, I'll let you have your turn now if you want to take your go and then reply. And Hannah, it's actually 2 people because 2 of the guards I included are actually dead, so there's only 2. But Vitheritas, would you like to take your turn? And yes, yeah.
Alright. Once he shakes everything off a little bit, he's gonna look at Closure and just point at Sharpin and go, do we really need this one left alive?
I'll just respond with No, we don't need him alive. I just want him to slowly suffer before he dies.
Goes up and down and kind of goes, ooh, that sounds like fun!
Sharpin Rott is sort of going to look aghast at everybody and hang on just one moment. Do you know who I am?
A dead man!
Yeah, that's kind of the
You want me
point.
to? And I'll just reply when he's mumbling away there. I could take your tongue as well as I take in your hand. So shut the fuck up.
Let's see. I am going to actually blow both my room. No, I won't need to do that. I'll just do a full attack. And I'll
Probe him with your. What was the name of
Very.
the lance again?
I'll say this in character. Very. I have a really, really good idea. Bend them over.
Also, I will take this time to point out that you guys are now speaking and can be officially out of combat. So Hannah, if you had an action you wanted to take, you could take it now while these two are talking, because they're no longer attacking Sharpin Rott or attacking the black thing to get the shard. So if you wanted to take your action now, you could do, Han.
So, sorry, can I just interrupt briefly, because I feel like I missed something. So the black thing, exploded a bit and earthquaked, but it didn't hit anyone.
Yes.
And then really started flirting with the Theratas.
Pretty much. So what you will have seen, Apricity, is that the pulsing stopped when the shard came out, but then one last pulse went out and it rippled across the ceiling, and the ooze, it stretched it went further. And you will have seen that a little bit of the ceiling fell down much further away on the other side of the cavern to you guys, and you can see moonlight coming through, so it's now reached the surface. And as you're flying back, you'll have noticed that Ridu now has a crown on her head and does appear to be flirting with the Theratas, and Sharpin Rott is lying on the ground. Yes.
But is the ooze still moving, sorry? Or is it's just kind of gone and then stopped?
It moved quite a lot, which caused, mostly across the ceiling, which caused it to start collapsing and made the other earthquake again. It's now back to its usual, it's moving very slowly. It seems to be constantly spreading, but it's not going very quickly, maybe a centimetre every 5 minutes, something like that.
Okay, cool. Thank you. I don't know what happened to the black stuff. Thank you.
That is okay. So the two Vs are having a conversation. Hannibal, was there something you wanted to do?
I sent you a message. Can you just see if that is allowed?
Yeah. Give me a sec. I haven't got a... Oh, it's popped up. Here we go. Sorry, my thing's a bit slow when I've got two things running at once.
It's fine.
Yeah, absolutely. If you have anything to roll for how much the healing happens, you can do that, especially because you're out of combat, so you can just do it as many times as you would like. Alright, also I've read Ridu's message as well.
So I just keep rolling it?
Roll it for however many creatures you would like to do it. So you've only got one out, so you can roll it for yourself and for Varric as well if you wanted, and then in a little while you can roll it again. So.
Okay, so Annabelle is going to summon four creatures.
Cool.
They're going to be slightly bigger than the other ones, around horse size, so they're quite large.
Cool.
And they're going to start galloping. Three of them are going to start galloping around both her and Varric, while another one bites into the sword and rips it out of her. And then throws it away, with the disgusted expression. And then starts running with the other ones. You see a lot of golden dust surrounding them, and constant heartbeats of flashing light. And that's gonna stay like that for a little while. Cool. Okay, while they are healing them.
Okay. Awesome.
So you can't touch the golden dust. It's a very bad idea, people. Just saying.
That's cool. When you roll to heal Varric, just type it in and let him know how much he gets healed for me. All right.
Okay.
Cool. Thank you very much, lovely.
I'll just raise my hand and my sword will go back into my hand.
Cool. Alright, so your sword has returned you to a healing. The Theratas, you were having a conversation.
He was, but he's going to return to what he was going to do, which is shish kebab rot and wave him around like a flag.
I love that mental image.
Oh my god, I wish I could spell shish kebab.
Hurry.
Yep.
You need me to hold him down?
Oh, no. He
That
should
was
be able
so
to.
rapey.
Guys,
Varric, by the way, the effect this is having on you is you can't see anything but cold, okay? No matter how much you try.
more panic.
But your whole body is warm. You can't feel any pain at the moment. Just warm, okay?
Oh God,
Warm.
don't tell him he can't feel any pain. He's going to go and cause more damage.
So
I said at the moment.
at the moment, it'll be
He's now
fine.
thrashing around screaming, blind, I'm blind.
The Sunday
I will,
party motto is it could always be
right?
more on fire. The Tuesday party motto is it'll be fine. You roll. You can roll for each creature that's healing. So if you wanted to do 2 for yourself and 2 for Varric, or however many for however many.
Okay.
Then you can just roll for however many points they add up in. Varric is panicking. Vitheritas, did you want to... So Kalosia's holding him down for you. God, that just sounds terrible. So did you want to roll your attack with an advantage to shish kebab him?
Oh, I'm not fucking putting my hands on him. I'm just holding him down with my fucking foot.
Okay, that's fine.
Rosie,
Yes?
is this a nice moment for the drugs to kick in?
Oh, if you wanted, you could feed him one of the drugs, because you could reach him after you've been healed.
But I injected it into him already, right?
When you stabbed
With
him,
my
you
arrow.
did. So far, he's been saving on all his throws, though. I'll do him another one, though. Yeah.
Ooh, 20. So I heal 35 points then?
Yes.
Fuck. That's nice.
My babies are strong.
I did a 24 and then that 20 to hit.
Okay. Yes.
You did it dead.
The very nearly dead guy who's lying on the floor being pinned down. Yeah, you hit him. Well done. What are you hitting him with?
The lance.
Okay, cool. The big
Stab the
pink. It still looks like a penis right now, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
And I'm going to wave
Please
him
tell me
around
you're gonna put-
like a lance. Sorry, like a
Please tell
flag.
me you're gonna put it. Please tell me you're gonna put it up his ass and out his mouth, and then just carry him on the shoulder.
Aww. Meanwhile, Vitheritas, where are you stabbing him so that you can wave him about?
It looks something similar to this.
Oh god, he's getting a picture. I wonder why you were
he's
so
looking-
silent. You were Googling. Oh my god.
Fucking hell.
Jesus.
Yeah, and he has got 2 arrows sticking out of him, so it's very accurate. Although I
Gotta
think
love the accuracy.
the Theratas would be looking a bit happier than that because he's been flirted with by the
Rosie.
very now princess-looking Redo.
Rosie, do you
Yes.
want a level 20 picture of Verti?
Always. Why would I not? Redo suddenly likes you even
Oh
more.
my god.
Oh my god.
No word.
Do you recognize that monster? Because fuck, that's a scary monster.
Man, that's awesome. I love him. I love
It's
everything
an
about
actual
him.
5e character.
I love him.
Like, it's an actual 5e monster.
I'm sure I've seen him in the many, many online books. Vitheritas, you now have a very magnificent flag, who is definitely dead, because he... Well, unless you roll a 1, how many... Do you want to roll your damage? Roll your damage, because there's always
Yeah.
the possibility.
Yeah, but the second one is a crit, so that's 2 at least.
Yeah, that's true.
That works too. Ooh,
Yeah,
he has
two-
javelins that he can stick skulls on.
It's 2 dice for the crit, is it?
You can just do 1 and double it if you want. It's a little easier.
Yep. Well, good, because that one actually was a rubbish roll. And then we add strength and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And we math.
And
So-
now we maths.
We shall take a moment of inner reflection while he maths.
Talk amongst yourselves,
do you
everybody.
Do you add your bonuses before you do double it for the crit, or after?
Add them after, so just double the roll itself and then add everything on top. Verti final form.
Okay.
Love it. I love how he's got like a modesty cloth in front as well.
No, please.
So that actually winds up being a 16.
Yeah, he's dead.
He did.
And yes, that was with the crit, because I rolled a 1 on the crit.
So yeah, he's definitely dead. He is now he's now shish kebabbed and he is now on top of your beautiful pink lance. With Narvigne sort of she's now actually sort of like snaked herself. She's now sort of like coiled herself around your arm. So she's like doing that like Britney Spears snake thing. Someone find a picture of that quick. So she's now like sort of around your neck and arms, and it's a warm glow, but obviously it's not burning you, so
Wait, who is moving like a snake?
Narvigne, the flame creature, the flame woman that the
Here we
Theracast
go,
has.
Lucy.
Yay! Looking like that.
Oh, hail Queen Brittany!
Only it's fire. It's fire, not a snake.
So it's lit. It's lit, fam.
No, I ban that language. I will start minusing hit points when people start using that horrible language. Alright, so...
I was too close to death already. I shall ban it.
This is true. The Theratas is now looking flamey and cool with his new flag. Gilly, the girl, sort of stands and looks around and says, "You guys are fucking weird!"
I love this kid. Roughly how old does she look? We didn't actually ask. We just did
Well,
kind of like
now-
a youngish kid.
Now that you're all looking a little bit closer, you can all roll a... anyone who's looking, so like a Bristol, you can roll a perception check and see.
Ooh.
Beric, that is not you. You're still just seeing gold.
I assumed something like that. Also, I just
Oh,
realized
Tittle.
how much...
Tittle. Alright.
I didn't mean to type Tittle, but I left this.
It's very Tuesday. Those of you looking at her, she gives you a stern look. The voice that came out of her was not the voice you were expecting, that of sort of like a 10-year-old girl. The closer you look at her, though, you start to realise, particularly you, Pristy, this isn't actually a little girl at all. This is a halfling, and she rearranges her clothes and sort of pulls things about, and she actually ends up unbuttoning the little girl's dress she was wearing, and she sort of like throws it on the floor beside her. Yeah, that's Varric. And she's wearing sort of like a simple cloth robe underneath with a sash and no weapons that you can see, and she's got bare feet, and she actually looks like she's probably a young adult halfling, not a child at all. And she's sort of looking around at all of you, sort of like, I mean, I know he's an asshole and everything, but what was that for?
Your definition of a bit of an arsehole is slightly different to mine, dear.
Oh,
Well, I mean...
no, fine. No, fine.
Actually, the halfling, don't fucking be racist.
Yeah, no racism here, guys.
Tiny fight. Tiny fight.
That's less offensive.
We'll build you a miniature fighting ring.
Right, Kirsty will start taking bets. But she doesn't know how betting works, so she just accidentally kicks all the money.
I can see this
This is
happening.
scamming money.
Anyway, so she says to you, Christy, that was the name I was trying to get out of my brain, and she says, well, look, to be honest with you, I know, as does everyone else, I know he's complete and utter shite, but we already had a plan in motion, yeah, this I mean, it's a nice gesture and everything, but yeah, you don't quite realise, yeah, there was already a plan. I mean, thanks, I'm not ungrateful or anything, but, gosh, what, who are you?
I'm still on the, fine carpet. I'm gonna, like, swoosh down in front of her dramatically and, like, show her my tattoo and be like, we're Carnal Eclipse, baby.
Isn't, I swear that's the name of a tavern I used to work in. Really good brothel, that. Really good.
Well, it would be.
Alright, so, Carnal Eclipse, what, makes you, roll a, investigation check with Theratas. What, again, I mean, no disrespect and everything, but what, possessed you to, take these matters into your own, very odd hands?
There'll be in that 20.
Wow.
Should have been a thief.
Give him time.
This paladin is actually going to join the Thieves Guild with us.
Well, if you put a T behind the... sorry, a H behind the T.
It's thiefling.
You'd be a stealing.
The Theratas, you find... I'm going to type this out as well. 1 bag of...
Holding.
That would be so good right now.
Did you tell anybody else about the shard yet? Or
No, not yet, because, you know, Redo and Verti were getting a bit horny and I was still up in the air.
It was all
in a bubble of gold,
It was all a bit up in the air. It just, yeah.
so you stole it. You're
Well,
gonna
the
sell us
shard.
out. You're gonna sell us out to the angel now.
No.
The Theratas, you find 1 bag of 45 gold, and you find 1 brooch that looks a bit magic-y, that he was wearing, like, under his robe.
I'll pick that up, and then I will also...
Is it his... What's the English word? It's his Viagra brooch.
Sort of.
It costs Engorgio.
With the patch of gold, I hold it up to Redo. And ask her to look it up after it for me. Or for us, I should say.
The gold.
Please, is it purple?
Yep.
Cool. No, it's like a sort of bronzy, silvery pouch bag with 45 gold in it. So, Redo, you're being given a bag of 45 gold to take care of, apparently.
Thank you.
How well this goes is entirely up to you. Are you keeping hold of the brooch then?
Yep.
Okay.
Is the brooch purple?
No, it's a sort of blue and brass colour.
Oh, Ravenclaw.
I want it.
Hashtag just saying.
Hey, we found the rare item. We found Ravenclaw merch.
It's a Horcrux. Destroy it.
Dungeon Master?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, everyone, you're going to hear this. Can you hear this?
Nope.
No,
Nope.
God
A
damn
very,
it.
very faint noise.
I heard a beeping.
Yeah, it's supposed to be faint. Okay. Oh, God damn it, so that's not what I wanted to send. It's the first sound. It's a multitude of these sounds, okay?
Okay.
You're gonna start hearing this. And as it starts coming out more and more, it's just going to travel to the whole cave, and it's going to rain golden sparkles, okay?
Yep.
And the creatures are going to be standing, 2 of them on each side, 2 of Varric's and 1 of mine, and we're going to be standing up, mostly healed.
Okay.
To be fair, Varric wouldn't stand up yet.
Well, you can be on the ground, but Hannibal is standing.
You do you, Varric. You do you.
Varric is currently... Wait a second. Let me find that gif again. Doing this.
No.
Do I have anything useful? Nope. No, I do not.
Stabby fiend. Alrighty. So the Theratos, you've been through the pockets. Varric, you're just doing you. Abricity, you were having a chat. Arissa and Vitheratos, what did you sorry, not Vitheratos. Arissa and Kalosia, what did you fancy doing?
You can go to my summons, by the way. Anyone who's interested, they're right there. If you're interested.
Depends how Varric's doing now. Because I run over earlier to comfort him.
He's still on the ground, apparently. I mean, you can continue to comfort. Would the comfort bring you any comfort, Varric? Would she be able to coax you up off the floor?
Yeah, that would help.
Yeah.
A lot.
Gross.
Does he still have the dragon wings, by the way?
He does, yes.
Ooh, good question.
Are they
does.
permanent?
They seem to be, yes.
Oh dear.
The
He's gonna be able to fly, people. We're fucked.
So you made the stealthy guy fly away from the group.
Well, the problem you've got, Varric, is that the wings are like 8 foot long, and they don't like fold up very neatly. Like they spread out for about 2-3 feet behind you, even when they're fully curled in, like they are now that you're on the ground. So you might have to sleep on your tummy for a while. And you now have Arissa stroking your wings. They're lovely. They're like dragon wings, so they're really scaly, and they're sort of like a bit like soft leather in the middle. And I'm gonna say, for the sake of argument, everyone is now just gonna crowd around and stare at Varric.
Varric, what did you do? Where'd the wings come from?
Wait.
I'm gonna stick near the halfling for now.
Okay. I will come back to your conversation in a second then.
Yeah.
The wings, yeah, this will obviously not come out as smoothly. He's still a bit shaken up by what happened.
That's so good.
The wings. Looking at like his own wings, trying to like almost chasing his tail, like looking at his wings. I have no clue. I do know that I was hurting quite a bit, and now I have wings. Hannah, what did you do?
Are you lying, Varric?
Me? I just healed you in your freaking sorry ass. What were you thinking?
Varric, are you lying? Or do you I was going to say make a very small deception check on that one, I think.
Oh, Hannah also points at the Vegeta in the corner and raises an eyebrow. You do that again, and we're going to have a very big problem.
Try it.
Oh, I will.
Aww! Okay, Vitheratos, he is lying to you. He knows exactly where the wings came from. He's just not telling you.
I assume the loyalty thing kicks in as well. I just realised that.
Yes, so in which case you would start saying the lie, and then would realise who's asking you the question, and you would in fact say...
I may have, tried to save myself by pulling a card from that deck that I found that I tried to slap you with. And now I have wings.
So
They are very pretty wings.
Oh, thank
Can
you.
I have one of
Andre-
them?
No.
Aww.
How about you don't take body limbs from people who aren't willing to part from them?
They probably will grow back. That's how magic works.
Let's not do it.
I just saved your life. Thingy.
You are also the reason I dropped into the freaking
No,
monster.
I threw the
jar.
guy at the bubbly thing. You fell. That was your fault.
You do realize that you do realize that what you created is very, very similar to what killed me once before.
I will
Barrett?
not kill you. It's not my fault that spell works that way.
I think we
And
all
I am
need,
still mad at you.
I think we all need to have a good long chat when we find some privacy up in the tavern or wherever we're staying.
What's that? I mean, if you want that, that's a good idea. But
Well, I think we all need to talk. Firstly, about what killed you, and secondly, about that deck of cards you keep playing with.
it's fun.
It gave you flippin' wings.
Well, that's not a bad thing if I ever figure out how to fly them. And I flap them trying to fly up, but seeing as I can't handle them, what happens when I try to fly up?
Can I
In the
grab
meantime-
his ankle before he flies? Just like grab him and put him back on the ground with an annoyed gaze.
You can do.
I said I am still mad at you.
If you do that, I will actually use my bullwhip.
You can try.
Yellow. What? And are you guys?
Oh, sorry, Arissa. And I actually turn around and do the bullwhip thing because I scared Arissa. Oh, sorry. Here, do you want to get a good look at him?
In the meantime, it'd probably be good if someone works out how we're getting out of here, getting noticed with wings and without, and I'm going to point at the body.
I can use the
guys?
spell I use on your horn.
Guys, can I take 1 second to shout out Madlis again? Because
Well,
I
what-
asked, Madlis suggested me pulling a card at that point.
Uh-huh.
And I asked, was it anything like you hoped? And the response was, yes, Varric, you got wings. You should always use this deck. Always. Just a quick shout out to her. to
Oh, dear.
Madlis.
In the meantime, like, Vitharitus is going to crinkly walk off and deal with the body by tossing it in the goo.
Yay! Meanwhile, very quickly, Gilly is going to say, again! And she's sort of like waving her hand in the air, like, again! Because she didn't walk over to look at Varric. Very nice gesture and everything, but, you just, very untactfully killed off one of the highest members of the Royal Council and one of the King's chief advisors. Got any sort of a plan for that?
I would
just-
like
I-
for you to introduce yourself, if you wouldn't mind.
Well, I suppose there's no point in keeping up the pretense now, is there? And she sort of like straightens her hair and flicks things. And you notice now that she's wearing her own clothes and she's standing properly. She is quite pretty. She's quite a pretty halfling. And she says, my name is Gilly. I'm a companion. I've been with the companions for 10 years. She flutters her eyes back at you. Not right now. I've been a companion for over 10 years. In the last year or so, we finally managed to construct a foolproof plan for avoiding, shall we say, Mr. Sharpin Rott's unsavoury tastes. We have annoyed several people while doing it because, of course, we couldn't tell them the truth in case it got back to him. We have been providing him with various companions of short stature that he believes are children and has his way with, but in fact it is fully grown halfling or gnome or just short adults who are companions and completely aware of what is going on. We are also very well capable of defending ourselves. So,
Sorry.
sorry, it was the end of a sentence anyway. So, yes, I mean, I would appreciate if you would keep this to yourselves. Now that he is dead, I don't see really any problem with people knowing, but that was our plan and it seemed to be working. Well, the end game was that we were going to quietly dispose of him somewhere, but it seems you have beaten us to it. And again, I'm not ungrateful, just it's a little ahead of schedule and it will take an awful lot of cleaning up, not just literally.
I think that black stuff over there is kind of staring him into the view. I appreciate your selflessness in sacrificing yourself to stop the children being attacked, but surely feeding this man's interest is not a game that could be sustained. So, thank you for your help. We've now finished off the thing that you were attempting to do. Let's all get the hell out of here.
Plus, if you took that long to kill them, then you weren't doing a very good job.
Well, we are companions. Our first order of business is not to kill people, but to entertain, amuse, and keep people happy.
Pish posh! We all know that killing and pleasure go one in one.
She laughs, but it's not unkind. She laughs. It's quite a nice laugh. Well, for some I can understand the draw, yes, but we made it our mission more recently to protect the children of the city, and so this was we knew it wouldn't last forever, but it was our ongoing contingency plan. But there's no point dwelling, I suppose, and she sort of looks over and sees the last piece of Sharpin Rott's face, glub, glub, underneath the black oozy stuff. I have a feeling this place is very unstable and I would quite like to leave. So, if you don't mind, I may go first. If you have any... yes, you can grab your stuff, Vetheritas, yes you can. But she said, if you wish to contact me again, I shall probably be at the Baywatch Tavern. I don't know if you know it. Regrouping with my other...
Oh, I actually just wrote Baywatch.
I shall be regrouping with, and I hope you appreciate I will have to share this with the rest of my order, but you have done a valiant, noble, good thing. I am not unappreciative. It is more the timing and the manner, and anyway, I do not want to stare at this room any longer. I take my leave of you. And she trots off out of the room.
Before she goes,
Mm-hmm.
can I grab her arm very quickly and stop her leaving?
Yeah.
And ask her...
You can zoom over on the carpet,
Oh yeah. I'm fucking in love with this carpet, guys. But grab her arm and stop her and say, what do you know about this black stuff? Is it going to stay in here? Or is it going to escape and cause more problems?
Well, from what we have overheard, the various times Rott has taken myself or another child down here, from what we've gathered, it appears to be spreading. Nothing they can do can stop it. Nothing anyone can do can stop it, especially as the king doesn't like magic users in the city. So I would get out, I'll be honest with you. Our order has plans to move soon. I would advise you do the same. I feel there is nothing that can be done for this damned city, and those left in it.
Guys.
Cool, I'll let her go.
Does my cloaking spell work? Does it work?
Hashtag Cloppets.
It can do. The thing is, your cloaking spell, again, it can make them look like they've gone to everyone except Varric. Varric, you can still, essentially feel and see them. The thing is that they would still be there, so if he walked and they bashed into someone, they'd feel it, but yes, they can be made to be invisible.
Uh-oh.
He should walk in the middle of us. We should all walk around him.
We are going into a really, 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 really crowded black market.
Again, walk around him.
Well, Varric, how big was the hole in the ceiling, Rosie? Could I guess whether we can fit out through it?
The hole in the ceiling was probably less than a foot wide. It was more, you saw a smattering of moonlight and realised that one of the like black tendrils had like reached through.
But this place is highly unstable, right?
Yeah. Can I point up to the ceiling and say, hey Varric, if you can work out how to use these wings, there's another way out. And just kind of point to the hole.
Can I try and fly up just to see if I can work out how to use those wings?
Sure. Do me a dexterity check.
I am so glad these
Black
wings are
Goo,
dex
right
based.
there. I just healed you.
21 dex.
Alright.
Beginner's luck.
Well, I would say that now that you're healed and you're not fighting or distracted, you get to pay some real attention, and the wings that are now invisible to everyone else, so it's a little confusing, but you can still feel them and sort of Varric, because you know where they are, you can almost see them in your mind's eye, so you know where they are and you really pay attention, and you sort of roll your shoulders back a little bit and you feel them click, and then the wings expand out, and with a you manage to slowly lift yourself into the air, like and you do a couple of loops around a couple of the stalactites hanging in the ceiling and around the big black gloopy mass that's in the middle, carefully avoiding it. And yeah, you can fly up to the ceiling. Apricity, are you going up as well on your carpet?
How many people could fit on this carpet? Would I be able to hazard a guess at that?
You could probably...
The guy told us 5.
You could fit 5.
Bye, Anita.
Can I teleport out to where Eric probably landed?
Well, can I turn to the rest of the group and say, guys, do we want to go back into the black market? Oh, it's like late now, right?
It's going to be later into the evening, yes.
Yeah. Guys, do we want to go back into the black market, or do we want to go and have that after party back at the tavern?
Well, I feel like a party is in place. If it is in...
You're flying, you can't answer.
Wait, I'm flying already?
Yeah. I thought... Wasn't that what you just said?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, true.
You can sort of like...
I love you.
can like swoop low and try and listen, and every time you go round, you shout, I think... Maybe...
Party!
Yep. I shall do that.
Do I have enough strength to teleport away?
Probably not at the moment. Like, you could teleport within about 20 feet if you got high enough to or close enough to the exit. But at the moment, you probably need a minute to just like relax your spells a bit, because you've done quite a lot.
Okay.
So what are you guys all thinking then? Which way would you like to exit the building?
I'm waiting to hear from Redo and Arissa and Bertie whether they want to get on my carpet.
I would happily get on the carpet with you.
Haha, yeah, you would.
Annabelle is slowly climbing the carpet without you noticing, by the way.
Oh, I would notice.
It's only a small, like, it's not a small carpet, it's only like enough for 5 people, so it would rock a bit, so you'd notice. I don't think she'll mind you get on though.
I'm gonna sit the furthest away edge from her, because I'm still not sure about it. I'm gonna hold a hand out for Redo.
I will look towards Verity to see what he's doing.
I'm just going to nod towards Redo and gesture towards the carpet.
That was an out of character comment, Varric. Calm down. Bloody hell.
And I'm going to try and judge if there's going to A, be enough room for me on there, and B, if it will tip the weight limit.
Oh, well, jump on it, we'll see.
Well, you've got Orisa, Apricity, you've got Hannibal, and with a Vitheritas as well.
And all of his shit that he carries round for us.
That probably counts as 2.
It would probably make it move quite slowly, but you could just about do it.
Can I try and help push the thing like it's a shopping cart, basically?
Sure.
Well, I was hoping you were going to make a hole in the ceiling because it's still kind of small.
Oh yeah, maybe I should do that first.
Sure you can.
Yeah, I think
Kaloja, what were you doing?
Oh, he's hammered back in the inn. He just left.
He left for the inn back when.
Oh, that's alright then.
Yep.
The chat goes by a little quickly. So everybody is on this carpet, it's just going quite slowly.
Yeah, can I shout to Varric? Hey Varric, get out of the way for a sec.
Okay, I'll try and dodge, basically.
Yeah, you can.
Oh yeah, I'll wait till he's out of the way because obviously he's still landing on his wings. I'm going to try and make the hole bigger in the ceiling. I would like to use one of my fireballs from my fireball necklace, please.
Oh!
Because I want to see how this thing works.
Yay!
Collapses the tunnel.
I don't give 2 fucks. It's fine.
Apricity, worst case scenario, you throw it through the hole and hit a passerby straight in the face.
Oh, that's
Blowing up
okay.
some civilian.
Well, according to the halfling, the whole town is fucked anyway, so, you know, they're going to die sometime or other.
So basically, it's a mercy kill.
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm just going to try to hit the thing.
So, for your necklace of fireballs, you've got 2 beads dangling from it. It takes an action. You can throw 1 bead up to 60 feet, and when it reaches the end of its trajectory, it detonates with a fireball spell at 3rd level.
Holy shit. Okay.
An arrow may have your name on it, but a fireball is a gesture to whom it may concern.
I love that. That's so Sunday party.
That's like my favourite thing. But yes,
Yep,
so
it suits Belgrade.
that sounds actually. Oh my god. Yes, I will point something out to you guys in a moment that you guys probably weren't aware of. Redo wouldn't have necessarily. No, Redo might have had a vague inkling of this, but it depends on how much she remembers from what Sharpin Rott told her in his state. Let me just check. At 3rd level. Here we go. Here we go. That's just 8d6. Okay. Alright. So, in which case, Apricity.
Yeah.
Could you roll me 8d6s for the fire damage?
Oh my god. Okay, yeah, let me just find it. 1.
What was that?
Oh no, math. 6. 17 total.
17 total. Alright, that will be absolutely fine. You manage to blast your way through the ceiling. It doesn't do quite as much damage as you were expecting, but it does manage to blast a decent-sized hole. The carpet sort of instinctively scrunches itself up at the edges, and it sort of squeezes you very slowly through. Varric, you can follow on behind him. And you squeeze your way through this sort of like tunnel of soil. You get bits of soil and like dust in your faces, like
Do I spend some time trying to figure out how to bring the wings through?
Yeah, roll me a dexterity check, Varric.
I should not have said anything. I should have kept quiet. Oh wait! I can still get lucky.
You can get lucky.
I want to get lucky because a nat 1 is easily improved upon.
Yes.
That was slightly better. 16 total.
Okay. It takes a little while, but you eventually come up with an idea, and you run backwards in the air, and you sort of paddle, and you sort of bring your wings in at the last minute and turn yourself into a little sort of like rotating torpedo and go poof, and you like poof out over the top, covered in soil and bits of earth. And you guys all realise that you are now just at the very base of... You guys are now burst out of the soil and the earth, and you are about 10 feet away from the castle itself, the big, huge, overlooking the cliff palace castle, and you realise that the chamber you were in is directly underneath the castle.
Guys, I think they have a free room for the night. Seeing as we just murdered one of the residents.
Oh.
That's not what Varric would say, though.
Oh. So sorry, we're inside the castle or we're out literally
You're
just outside?
about 10 feet outside, literally only just. You burst through the earth. There's you're still within the city. You can see houses and things scrolling off into the distance and things, but you've just come up just outside the castle. And you can see the moonlight dappling across the sea and down the cliff face, which is just about maybe 30, 40 feet away from you. Yeah, that is Varric. And I will leave you on this note. As the carpet is flying and you can breathe in the salty sea air and you can see over the moon-soaked place, and you guys have all got out via carpet or flying, etc. You see yes, you can fly very close to Arista and show off the wings. You can even brush her cheek with one as you go past. You guys feel a warm, bright light, brighter than the moon, and appearing before you, lowering down, appearing out of midair, is the angel Paltalemon. And he appears before you and says, "Do you have it?" And that is where I shall leave it for today.
Well, I so want to say yes, we have it, and then offer him like a vial of the Yidrit.
And that's how Varric actually died.
Finally and forever, Varric died
stuff.
at the hands of an angel. Alright, I will turn off the recording, so shout your goodbyes, and then I'll do XP and everything.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.